Hi, my name is Tushar Jain and today we're going to talk about Zebra Strategic Outsource Solutions Limited. It is a public limited company outsourced for more than 15 years and it has provided services to more than 205 businesses across Hong Kong. Its main work is to contract staffing, payroll outsourcing, EHR platforms, recruitment for other businesses and HR supported services. So, the external effects that Zebra faces are mainly three: political, economical, and technological. So, due to the current political clashes that protest that's been happening, Zebra has been affected negatively. They cannot find the right set of candidates at the right time to cater to the business. It has been hard on them to find the right amount of people to actually participate and work in an environment. Economical factors are due to the protest that's been going on, there's less consumers spending, and businesses are not demanding much employees anymore. So, hence, Zebra.
So, for the analysis of recruitment, hunting is a recruitment method that to find key people in the company, especially for the manager and specialist level. It has become more important since candidates are currently employed. They do not want their colleagues or supervisors to know their willingness of changing new position because every news within the industry is spread so fast. Meanwhile, client company may not want to disclose their identity in the early stage of recruitment. So based on those factors, Zebra are mainly focusing on executive search in order to provide a high-quality recruitment service for client and candidate. However, there are some problems for recruitment. The first one is candidate may not suitable for the job position regarding to the clients offered because the Hong Kong business market changes so fast every day or even every second. Some technical skills or some soft skills of the candidate may not perfect fit for the changes of client's company's culture, policy, or any related requirement. Meanwhile, Zebra may not create an effective candidate pool since Zebra main recruitment sources are social media like LinkedIn, the Zebra internet job site, or candidate referral. Those recruitment sources does not have any analysis of candidates' ability and personal qualities, and which means the company may not provide right and accurate candidates information for the jobs required, and that's why the company may not meet the client's expectation of the offered job position, which affect the efficiency of recruitment and causing poor hiring decision.
Thank you, Cadres. Now I will talk about the selection function in Zebra. In Zebra, they adopt the typical process as other companies. One special thing of Zebra is that they are clearly structured with a specialized and clear divided working process. It means they have different hiring teams for different fields. For example, finance and banking team will specialize in financial field. When they have served the same field for a long time, they can accumulate a certain experience and develop an interpersonal network in the field. So they will have a wide and deep knowledge of the market. For that reason, they will much understand client and candidates' needs, so Zebra can accurately to match the one most suitable for client and the department. Our interviewee mentioned before, they will actively contact and have a meeting with the candidate before the formal meeting. Mostly, they have two main purposes for the meeting. The first is Zebra want to provide more information about the position, such as approximate salary, the company's expectation. So Zebra can ensure that the candidate could have enough information about the positions. And the second purpose is that Zebra want to ask more about the candidate's intention in the career plan, as they hope to know candidate willingness to the position and afford them suddenly change idea. When they have confirmed that the candidate will keep staying in the company for a long period, it can help to lower the chance of turnover after hired. After the meeting, a part of candidate will be screened out so there will no need to waste time and money on interview the unsuitable people.
I will now talk about the performance and compensation management of Zebra, and I will first talk about the performance appraisal of Zebra first. Zebra is based on an administrative purpose which improves day-to-day decision in terms of benefits and recognition program. The interviewee stated it will first appraise his subordinates by actual figures, attitudes, and least frequency. Then they will conduct an informal meetings to discuss further improvement and understand the reason of behaving bad. Afterwards, the interviewer will write a report to his manager for the uses of compensation and punishment. For example, for the good performance, they are more likelihood to have potential promotion and raising salary. And for the poor performance, if the explanation of the subordinates is unacceptable and unreasonable, then they will first give a warning letter so that they can reduce the chances of behaving bad. And for the compensation management, they provide monetary rewards such as basic benefits and annual leave to employees. For example, they use a structured payment method like 10K to 15K Hong Kong dollars for a junior officer, which depends on the performance and the trend of industry. And also, he states that it has a low turnover rate of Zebra, which is around 20 to 30% per year, which is relatively low figure comparing to other companies. The reason of having a low turnover rate because it provides high flexibility of work to employees so that it can enhance the sense of belongings to them.
For the recommendation of recruitment, we suggest that we can incorporate big data into recruitment. First, we can collect all the candidates' information, including candidates' resume, social media profiles such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. And the most important information is the candidate's ability and personality from providing a pre-employment assessment such as Harville, Skywise City, and Spark High to candidates in order to examine a candidate's ability and identify their personality for analysis. Next, we can create a pool of candidates with similar ability and personality before selection. So based on our suggestion, we can find a group of candidates which equals to the client's requirements and which can enhance the quality and the efficiency of the whole hiring process and catch up the speed of change in Hong Kong business market.
Thank you, Carter. We realized that there is a problem in selection of Zebras. The problem is the selection process involves too many tasks. It will lower the speed of the whole recruitment. For that reason, the vacancy of the position will be last longer and will cause the loss of productivity. Therefore, we have two recommendations for them. The first is providing the extra training to certain department heads. For example, Zebra can set up a tutorial lessons to teach them the structured interview so they can have a better skills and to be well prepared for interviewing the candidates. The second recommendation is Zebra can enforce and install the human resource software such as applicant tracking system to help filter the applicants and screen out the disqualified candidate first, so it can reduce the time for employee to check qualification of each one apply for the job. Therefore, it can fasten the time of selection process.
Problem of performance management, we think that the performance appraisal system is too informal, which only hold an informal meeting with subordinates once a year, which is not an effective way to analyze the performance of subordinates. So we suggest Zebra should implement a new performance appraisal method such as critical incident method, which can analyze the behavior of employees in both in a good and bad way, which is a more subjective, well-rounded, and effective way. So that at the end of the cycle, the manager can base on the results to determine the employees are performing good or bad and easier to decide follow-up action. And for the compensation management, we think that it's too simple of the compensation system because it only provides basic salary and annual leaves with no additional rewards, which may affect the performance and work motivation of employees in a negative way and reduce the sense of belonging to them. So that we think Zebra should add more additional activities and rewards, such as organizing team trip and provide recognition to employees' work. We can enhance the employee engagement, retention rates, and employee loyalty.
OB theory's application. The things we have learned in course is similar to what Zebra uses in real life. They're executive recruiter or headhunter. So the advantages of that business do not need to have an HR department. Employers and employees do not reveal their identity at an early stage. It saves time and resources of a company. They also use recruiting yield pyramid. The process of selection is similar to the ones we've been taught, and they do performance management of administrative purpose, and they also use behavioral ankle rating system in order to rate their employees if they're good or bad and appraise accordingly. Now we come up to the conclusion. So Zebra is a leading recruitment agency in Hong Kong. The recruitment is effective. They find effective candidates, though the source and the analysis are weak and hence we recommend them to use big data management and also pool of candidates. They should keep an order of a pool of candidates with the type of ability the employee has. The second is selection. They have 5 steps to complete selection. They have a hiring team for every field. Though it is very time consuming, and hence we suggest them to use training and invest more on HR software. And the third is performance appraisal. They use administrative purposes throughout the year, though it is not as efficient as it's supposed to be. So we recommend them to find new ways to appraise. Thank you so much.